Chapter 8. Types of House. Do you know why is shelter important? It provides us with protection from heat, cold and rain. There are different types of shelter. They differ based on the place where they are found. Some found in hilly areas have sloping roofs. The ones found in flood-prone areas are found on stilts, and the ones in earthquake-prone areas are made of wood. So, you know what types of house are you find in cold regions like the North Pole? Can you imagine a house made of snow? Let us try to learn about it. So, let us read how is it explained in our book. Shelter. We all need shelter to protect ourselves from cold, heat, wild animals and thieves. Early man lived in trees and caves. Later, people started building their own houses with whatever material was available, such as branches of trees, thick grass, stone and hides of animals. As people progressed, they started living in villages and towns and tried to make their homes more comfortable and safer. Types of shelter. Houses are of different types, sizes and shapes. They are also designed differently. The houses seen at one particular place are not the same as the ones at another place. There is a lot of difference in them. These differences are due to place and climate of the place, material availability, economic status. According to place and climate. Place and climate are the main factors that determine the design of a house. Hilly areas. Houses built in hilly areas have sloping roofs. When snow falls on these houses, it slides off easily from the roof. Area with heavy rainfall. The houses built in areas that receives heavy rainfall have sloping roofs so that rainwater runs down easily. Some people also make curved roofs, which also help the rainwater to run down. Curved roof is also a type of sloping roof. Flood-prone areas. In areas where floods occur frequently, people make houses on wooden pillars called stilts. These houses are made on raised platforms a few meters above the ground. Stilt houses are safe during floods and protect their residents from wild animals. A ladder is used to climb up to the house. Earthquake-prone areas. In areas where earthquakes occur frequently, people generally make wooden houses. These houses are made of lighter building material like bamboo and wood. They also do not cost much. Earthquakes causes damage to houses and buildings. Wooden houses are light. They do not bring about much destruction to property and lives of people living in these houses. They can be rebuilt again at low cost. Coastal areas. People who live near coastal areas do not make permanent houses, as sea waves keep on hitting their houses every now and then. High sea waves bring about the destruction of the houses built near the seacoast. These temporary houses are made up of reed, wood and coconut leaves. They not only look pretty but also cost less while we build or rebuild them. If they are damaged by sea waves, they can be rebuilt with little money and in very short time periods. Cold regions. People living in the Arctic region make houses with snow, as it is the only building material readily available in that region. The Arctic region is covered with ice and snow throughout the year. The natives of this place are called Inuits or Eskimos. Their houses are called igloos. Hot regions. People living in hot climatic regions make houses with thick walls to keep their houses cool from inside. The roofs of such houses are flat and they make small windows to move out the heat. Movable houses. Number 1. Houseboats. In places like Kashmir and Kerala, some people have to live on lakes. These people make their houses on boats. These houses are called houseboats. They earn their living from tourists who come and live in their houseboats. Number 2. Caravans. In some parts of the world, there are people who do not live at one single place. They keep on moving from place to place in search of pastures of their animals. These people are called nomads. Their houses are on wheels and are called caravans. Number 3. Tents. Tents are used by soldiers, NCC cadets, scouts and other people. Tents are made of canvas cloth. We can fold this house and carry it with easily. According to economic status, Economic status is also an important factor that determines the types of house. The people of high economic status live in bungalows or apartments. A bungalow may have 1 or 2 stories. The apartments are multi-storied and have independent houses called flats. The house built in cities and towns are made of bricks, cement, iron, metal, concrete, etc. This building material is easily available in urban areas. They are called pakka houses. Some people living in populated areas like Mumbai have to live in buildings called chawls. A chawl has many one-room houses built in a row that are not expensive. The people with low incomes live in huts or thatched houses. They live in houses made of mud and straw that are cheap and easily available. Such houses are known as kacha houses. These houses are mainly found in villages. In cities, poor people live in some slum areas. They use bricks, mud, wood, tin, asbestos, etc. to make houses. These houses do not have good sanitation facilities. According to materials availability, the types of houses also depend upon the availability of building materials. In mountainous regions, stone chips and boulders are easily available. So, people make houses of stone in these areas. In forest, tribal people make their houses using wood, leaves, mud, etc. In plains, where clay is easily available, people make houses of bricks. Keywords: comfortable, at easy, sloping, declining downward, determined, fixed. Nomads, people who move from one place to another. Destruction, act of destroying. Damage, loss. Frequently, repeatedly. Now children, let us revise what we learned in this chapter. Now I know the location, climate, construction, material available and the economic conditions of welfare determine the types of house people live in. Houses in hilly areas having sloping roofs. Houses in earthquake-prone areas are made of light building materials such as bamboo and wood. People make their houses according to their economic conditions. Factors that determine the types of house include climate and economic status. In different climate regions, different types of houses are made. Wooden houses are made in earthquake-prone regions. The people living in wet climates make houses on platforms above the ground, which are called stilts.